Sell the team, bro. Sell the team. 1957. They ain't won shit since 1957. They need to sell the team. They ain't never gonna do nothing. Same old Lions. Oh my god, it's a 4-2-5 defense. All you gotta do is blitz more. All they gotta do is fire Eric Glenn, and then you can start winning again. You're so stupid.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Come on. Come on. Fuck. Too late.
Everybody, it's that time of day right there. Good morning, Henry. First in there again. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning, Scotty Rito. Bear down, Mike. I love that you're in here because I am not broadcasting live in Bears. So I appreciate you being here on our Lions Day. Yeah, Jordan. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Chad. Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I forgot my back again. I always forget the background thing right there. Welcome one, welcome all. Football Talk with Russell Wayne. This is Wednesday, so it's a Lions Talk.
You got no camera.
I have no camera.
No camera. Can't see you. You never look better, by the way.
Okay, awesome. Take it over, Mike.
Welcome to Football Talk with Russell Wayne. I don't know what's going on with his camera, but it's awesome. It's Lions Wednesday here on Football Talk with Russell Wayne, part of the Main Event 365 Network. I'm Main Event Mike, and we're waiting for his camera to come on. And I don't know, have you got a handle on what's going on here?
I see myself.
Oh, no, you're a black screen. Does anyone else see a black screen, or maybe it's just me?
I see myself. I see myself right now. I do not see a black screen. I see everything that I'm doing right there. So, I mean, if I'm a black screen, forget about it. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Lions today.
Okay.
We are broadcasting live into the Detroit Lions villain squad. Yeah, there we go. I'll just keep these things up. We don't have to see any of our faces on here, so it doesn't have to interrupt my show. Villain squad, 19,000 villains right here. We got into 19,000 villains. Crossover today, Detroit Lions news. Thank you for letting us broadcast in there. We are not broadcasting live into Mike the Bear fan or, because we're not doing that. But we do have some Bear fans, and we do have some other fan bases in the comments right here. and you're already there, so I guess I don't have to welcome you. Right there. All right. It's just the typical to my morning right here. I'm not having a good morning. Right here. I'm sick as a dog. I feel like crap, and we got a playoff game this week. So I'm going to come on here anyway. You don't want to see me. If you can't see me, you don't want to see me anyway, because I look like shit. I'm sorry.
Jordan says your camera did not report as eligible.
I have no idea what to do. I mean, I'm looking at my camera.
It's okay, Russ. Just keep talking. You're good. That doesn't matter. On the podcast, they'll never know.
Right on. Okay. So, hey, start it out, Mike. Go ahead, man.
This is you, brother.
Dude, I'm flustered. I don't know what to do. I'm flustered. I'm pissed off, and we keep on talking about my black screen, and yeah. The Lions are playing a playoff game. You guys think they're going to win? There you go. All right. Awesome.
It is. Detroit Lions hosting a playoff game. It's Lions Wednesday here on the show. So that's what we're going to talk about predominantly. Mike, the Bear fan, is Bear Down Mike's extremely happy that they fired Luke Getsy. We'll get to that later. But this is Lions Talk Wednesday. Let's talk about these two teams. Let's talk about these two quarterbacks. Matt Stafford versus Jared Goff in one of the greatest trades in NFL history, one of the most notorious trades in NFL history for sure. And it all comes to a head on Sunday night. And these two teams face off in the playoffs in Ford Field. And it's Wednesday, so we do Lion of the Week. So it's up to you guys to vote. Russ and I have made two nominations. I've nominated Amon-Ra St. Brown based on the game that he had. And Russ has nominated Jared Goff. No big surprise there. Let's read off the stats for you real quick from the last game so you can make the decision. Put it in the comments. Who do you think is Lion of the Week? Russ's nomination, Jared Goff, 23 of 32. Wow. 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 124.5 passer rating. My nomination, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown. And now look, his stats might not jump off to you, but those 7 catches, we had nowhere to go. Our offense was struggling, and he bailed us out time after time after time. He made, on a 70-yard throw, it was all Amon-Ra. Bobbing and weaving and sliding and diving for the end zone for an incredible play that just really deflated the Minnesota Vikings. So for me, it's Amon-Ra. For Russ, it's Jared Goff. Put it in the comments with your vote. We'll add them all up at the end of the show, and we will announce our Lion of the Week. And I'm sure that Amon-Ra or Jared Goff would really take that as motivation going into the game Sunday. Like, who cares about the Pro Bowl? Who cares about the Pro Bowl? The main event staff voted me player of the week. That trumps everything, I'm sure, for them.
I'm sure. Do you see me yet? Because I did unplug and throw myself. No,
you're still a black screen.
All right.
But It is what it is. You got to roll with the punches sometimes, right? You gotta take one. So let's jump right into this game. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. It's Lions Villain Squad. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's at Main Event 365. Right now, there are currently only 4 engagements on the platform that I'm looking at. You're looking at 36 people watching and only 4 engagements. That's pretty sad, folks. Reach down, just hit the like button, the heart button, whatever you want to do. It's real easy to do. You could be cool like Kasif and Jordan and Matthew and Dave and Jordan. So, like our stuff. It helps us, and we appreciate you very much, more than you know. Let's talk about these two teams. Los Angeles Rams come in as the 6th seed in the playoffs. They've been hot, one of the hottest teams in the league coming into the playoffs, and that's what you want to be, and that's a little scary if you're a Lions fan. You don't want to face the hot team coming in. But that's the position the Lions are in, and I think they're equipped to deal with it. Lions with the 3rd-ranked overall offense in the league. They rank number 5 in rushing and number 2 in pass. That's pretty awesome. Top 5 in all categories for this Lions offense. While the Rams offense, they rank 7th overall, 11th in rushing, and 10th against the pass. They're 11th in rushing, but their running back, Kyron Williams, is ranked 3rd overall in individual rushing. The Lions rank 5th in rushing, but that's a 2-headed monster with David Montgomery ranked 9th in the league and Jahmyr Gibbs ranked 17th in the league. So very even all the way across the board. When you look at this, should be a very interesting, very competitive, explosive game. Both of these offenses high powered. They have the third ranked wide receiver in the league, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and the Rams have the fourth ranked wide receiver in the league this year with Pikachu. Puka Nakua, but we're going to call him Pikachu from now on, at least through this week. So very, very closely contested. Now, defense, it's the same thing. Lions overall ranked defense 19th. I thought it was a little better than that. I think yesterday I said 12th or 15th or something, but actually overall, this according to ESPN, Lions ranked 19th in total defense. Rams ranked 20th in total defense. So there they are, neck and neck in the rankings in total defense. Lions rank second against the rush. They have the second best rush defense in the league, folks, while they rank 27th against the pass. We already knew, right? That's not telling you anything you didn't already know. The Lions secondary is shaky. We haven't been able to get a pass rush all year, and that's led to this 27th ranking against the pass. The Rams defense, one notch behind us, ranked at 20th. They rank 12th against the rush and 20th against the pass. So you're seeing basically a mirror image here. These defenses are tough against the run and not so tough against the pass. That leads me to think we want to bet the over, folks. 51.5, the over under for the Lions and the Rams. Any notables from those rankings, Russell?
I think that the Lions need to run the football. I mean, it seems like the national pundits, I was wrong on that yesterday. It seems like, I'm listening to Skip Bayless and all these guys. You would think that we were facing like the greatest team of all time to these guys. How are the Lions going to stop? They're going to run the football and they're going to score a lot of points. And 51.5 is it for the over. I take the over on that in the heartbeat. I think the end of the game is going to end up being like 41-38. This is going to be a high-scoring affair. These are two high-scoring offenses that do struggle stopping big plays in here. So it'll be a little bit out of character if this ends up being like a defensive game when you're talking about Matt Stafford versus Jared Goff right here. So I think there's a little too much put on these two guys when it comes to this game. Because when you're looking at Chauncey Gardner-Johnson coming back on defense, possibly James Houston coming back on defense, and then this run game and our offensive line versus their defensive line, to me, is the bigger matchup. Can they get pressure on Matt Stafford, or can they get pressure on Jared Goff? That's where it comes down to, and it's offensive line versus defensive line. So I like our chances in this game because I think that we have the best offensive line in the NFL, and I think they're going to keep Jared Goff clean. And the fact that they threw him away, they threw Jared Goff away. It isn't just Jared Goff that's going to be playing for that chip. It's the rest of the team backing up Jared Goff on this. They're not going to let Jared Goff fall. I think our offensive line is going to have one of the best games of the season, and I think they're going to keep Aaron Donald in check.
Mm-hmm. That 20th ranked Rams defense, 12th against the run. I know Jeremy's got in here throwing some other stat in there, but appreciate that, Jeremy. I'm just going off of ESPN rankings. You can feel free to fact check me on that because I just did 5 minutes ago, so whatever. Rob says only one guy rushing for the Rams. What's his average yards? This kid's averaging 5 yards per rush, Rob. That's something that the Lions defense is going to have to watch out for in this game. Stop Kyron Williams, make them one-dimensional. Matt Stafford, guy's a beast. We all know it, right? He's a killer. It's a little scary. We asked the question yesterday, how scared are you? I'm at a 6 on this one because I have PTSOL, and I was such a huge Matt Stafford fan, but the day he left was the day I stopped being a Matt Stafford fan. So going to be very, very interesting. Going to be a tough, hard-fought game. What else we got to talk about on this, Russ? What other kind of slides you got for us?
Well, I had this one going, and this has been kind of this is one of those things that's out there. There's a pocket of Lions fans that are out there that, They want to come in on Monday after the game is over and be like, oh, by the way, you didn't get the 2 seed and you wasted your time not resting your starters and you made a mistake. Are you one of those people? Because I think that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. They played at 1 o'clock having a shot at the 2 seed and they didn't rest their starters. We had a tight end that was out. You want to look at Sam Laporta right here and say that you shouldn't have started him? Well, who are you going to put out there? There's no Brock Wright. You're going to have James Mitchell play 99% of the snaps? And Dan Skipper? Come on, guys. Let's be realistic with these. And that's my opinion. Should they have rested the starters? Absolutely not. You still had something to play for. And check this out. What if it happened the opposite way? Let's say we did what you said. Rest starters, guy. We rest our starters, right? And then, we lose game because we rested our starters. That's kind of what you're doing, is you're giving the game up because you're not playing your good guys. And then let's say San Francisco loses, Dallas loses, and Philadelphia loses. And by the way, 2 out of 3 of them lost. And then what happens? You rested your starters. You could have had an easy win against the Vikings and had the 2 seed, but you decided to rest your starters. Which pickle would you rather be in right now? I mean, you want to play Monday night quarterback, I can do the same damn thing. Because if we would have gotten the 2 seed and we gave it up because you wanted to rest starters, then that's fine. But they had a shot at the 2 seed. That's more the NFL schedulers screwing us over than anything else, because we didn't get to know. Mm-hmm. So it's easy for you to come in on Monday and be like, well, they didn't get the 2 seed anyway, so how'd that work out for you? Well, we didn't know. And that's the main thing, is you didn't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, well, I think that we actually had a chance for the 1 seed had we not got jobbed by the refs in Dallas. I mean, the way it ended up shaking out is the Lions would have had 13 wins. Everyone else would have had 12 in the NFC. And then there's those people that say, oh, well, if that would have been the case, then the Niners would have played their starters and they would have then won, because they did have a better conference record. They would have won the tiebreaker with the Lions. But you know what? If you're going to say that, then I'm going to say, well, you know what? Then maybe the Rams would have played their starters too. Maybe Matt Stafford would have played instead of Carson Wentz. And don't tell me the Rams couldn't have beat the Niners in that situation. So we will never know. Thanks to Brad Allen and the whole...
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Obviously, he did not. It did come out over the loudspeaker now. There's new, actually, not that doctored up one that we heard earlier, but they're earlier after that game. But there's actually new audio. I listened to it this morning, and it's legit that over the PA, 70 reported as eligible, even though you can see that Decker is the one reporting. It becomes obvious now that the referee just made a mistake. Gosh, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No, it don't matter. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. But to your point, yeah, the 2 seed was still in play. That's an extra home game, and I don't think it even matters. Dan Campbell was a player, and he knows that players want to play. Soft-ass coaches is the one that rests their starters. You can say that's smart coaching. Okay, great. But there's a flip side to that. The rust factor, the rhythm, keeping yourself in rhythm. These athletes will tell you, no, I don't want to sit because I want to stay in rhythm, especially if you're playing good.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Well, let's see what we have out here. If there's anybody that's out there, let's see. Rest starters, hell no. That's what Elise Meme says.
One below it from Rob is a perfect call out. That's how most of us feel. I think I have mixed feelings about resting starters, but I'm not angry about playing them. Exactly. If that's your coach, if that's who you are, Dan Campbell, then do it.
Look at that. Look at Scotty Reno. Says, hello. All right, where's my Dan Campbell one right here? This one's great because it's really, really bad AI.
Hello. You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win.
AI cracks me up every single time with his little face. Oh, no. You play to win the game. That's right. You want momentum going into the playoffs. and an extra home game, that does mean a lot. That's huge.
Mm-hmm. And Dave Eastman says you get paid to play. Absolutely. And Rajneesh, I love your comment. I wish there was a like button that I could like on your comment, but these Bear fans are just chomping at the bit to talk about Luke Getsy being fired today, Russ.
Man, and I'm not even broadcasting into a Bear page. This is a Lions show. I put the Lions show up there. I'm not broadcasting. Sorry, guys. And yeah, I mean, go ahead and spend some time on it. They're out there. They're in there. I mean, you can address the comment. Luke Getsy was fired today. Is that
and a few members of his staff, including the quarterback coach. But the rumor is that Matt Eberflus will be retained as head coach. Bears fans, put it in the comments. What do you think of that? Do you like that call? Do you believe in Matt Eberflus? He made your defense one of the number one against the rush, folks. The Bears defense is number one stopping the run. They're ranked in the top 10 overall by ESPN. And that's, they lost their defensive coordinator at the beginning of the year, and Luke Getsy took over that duty on top of head coach. And I really suspect, though, that they'll be looking for a defensive coordinator for Eberflus to relinquish those duties next year. So it will be interesting. They're going to be looking for a new OC, and I predict a new DC as well.
I love you. I love you, Rajneesh. I got you in there. I love the troll comments because that's what we're doing here. All year long it played out, and then here we are in the playoffs. I'm glad that there's a couple of Bear fans that are in there, and and this has been one of those years. And you're not in the playoffs, but yet you're still commenting on this show. That's awesome. That shows to me that you're a real fan. You can't wait to get into your off season and move on. I mean, you got a nice little core there. Good job.
Talking about being a big fan, Russ. Aiden Powell says, I started to cry because of him, Brad Allen, and I can't sleep because of him. That's how bad I am. Yeah, that was bad, Aiden, no doubt.
Yeah, and they got this is a huge game, and it just seems like the goalpost keeps moving and moving for these Detroit Lions. But just because people just have this thought, okay, well, we've never won 12 games in like the last 30 years, but we do a whole bunch of these things. And then people are like, well, now you got Matt Stafford coming to town. Well, but I agree this time. You have to move the goalpost here. You cannot lose to Matt Stafford. He cannot come here and get a win in a playoff game in Ford Field. You cannot let him do that. That's why this is big. This is so big. Like, I think that I could say, Lion fan, if you're out there and if they win this game and they win their first playoff game in 30 years, I know that there's a portion of the fan base that would be okay of anything that happened after that. They would take it as a win. You won 12 games. You won a playoff game. You had a home playoff game. You won the division. And you could take that into 2024 and be good with it. Now, I know that Mike and I don't feel that way. I want it all. I mean, you got a shot. Let's go. Let's go. Forget posturing. Forget, you got to, you made it an extra round and increment your way up. No, take it all. Take it all the first year. And I'm going to believe that is going to happen until it doesn't. Can the Lions finally win a playoff game this century? What do you think, guys? Everybody can answer that question. Is this it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think the answer is obviously yes. In my opinion.
I guess. Obviously they can, but I guess I should have said will. Will the Lions finally do it? Will they finally get it done? Is this the one? Is this the perfect storm?
Well, Rajneesh says, Russell and main event Mike, your D-Toilet Lions has to show us this weekend why y'all are not the same old Lions.
Rajneesh, we've already showed you that. That's already happened.
Oh, by the way, Rajneesh, division champs.
Yeah. The division champs showed you that we're not the same old Lions. You can't. This is the moving the goalpost thing that I'm talking about. And if they beat oh, well, you're never going to win 2 playoff games. Oh, you haven't ever done that.
Right.
The championship. Okay, and then they win 2 playoff games. Well, they're never going to make it to the Super Bowl. They'll never get to the Super Bowl. They're never going to get to the Super Bowl. And then they get to the Super Bowl. You know what you're going to say?
Never going to
win. Come on,
and
guys.
then they win the Super Bowl. Well, you'll never win another one.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got to get one. You're still trash. 1 title. Come on, guys. We know how to play this game. We're
here.
Yeah.
The champ is here.
It is. That NFC North champ. Now I've heard some shade thrown our way because we have NFC North merchandise that we're buying. And I couldn't believe the ridiculous. I am. What's the word when you're spoiled? I know you're spoiled fan base. When
Packer
you're
fan.
a Packer fan, tells us, "Well, I have so many division title paraphernalia. I just stopped buying that stuff."
Entitled.
That's what you call entitlement, right there. And if Bear fan says that the same way, I had one guy says. Well, I can't believe it. Like, only loser franchises hang division banners. I can't believe I actually had to respond to that comment. Like, oh, really? Like, let's go to Lambeau Field. I guarantee you that every single one of their division titles is lined up right across their top as a banner. I guarantee it. Did Green Bay win so many titles that they go, well, we're not even going to put a banner up anymore just because we're just used to winning?
No, what they do is they take one banner and then they just put the years on that one
Right.
banner that they won the title. So hopefully someday we can get there and you and I will be alive to see it.
But your dig on me is don't be happy that you won a division title. Is that what you're trying to convince me of? Don't be happy because you've never won before this. That's stupid. That's stupid. What a dumb comment that is. We're trying to be happy. Yeah. Well, here's another one I wanted to answer here. And some people would say that it's obviously Ben Johnson, but I don't think it's so sure. Which coordinator is most likely taking a head coaching gig?
I think this is a tie, and I'll tell you why. Because Ben Johnson is going to get offered so much money that he could potentially not say no to it. On the flip side, Aaron Glenn, much older, a former player, spent a few years now as a coordinator. He probably feels like this is his time. This is his window to get that elusive head coaching job. So I really couldn't make a choice on this because with Ben Johnson's age, I think both of these things depend on how far the Lions can go in the playoffs. That's just my take.
I love this question, and I think that the answer is Aaron Glenn 100%. I think that he's the most likely one. I think there's a good chance that Aaron Glenn leaves and Ben Johnson stays. And actually, I think that's probably going to happen. I love what Ben Johnson said last year, and there isn't a good job that's out there for him. And so unless they do just pull the Brinks truck up and give him some obscene amount of money that he can't turn down, I think Aaron Glenn is the guy. I mean, how old is Ben Johnson? Is he even 40 years old?
No.
I mean, this guy can
35 years old.
I mean, this kid, I call him a kid. He's 13 years younger than me. So Ben Johnson staying as a coordinator might be the best thing that he could ever do. You know, if you're watching what the Lions are doing right now, all kidding aside, all the smack talking aside, and you know, Rajneesh, all these other, you guys can call it the toilet, but if you're watching what we do and you're watching what Brad Holmes is doing and how they're developing players and drafting players for this Detroit Lions team, if you can't see that that's a winning recipe, then I'll have to question your football knowledge, because it's getting done right. And it would behoove Ben Johnson to stay around and watch how this whole process continues to work right here. Or he could just go. I think there's also a good percentage chance that both of them go, that we may lose both of the coordinators in this offseason.
Ben is 37 years old.
37. 9 years younger than me. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. So what do you think out there? Who do we got here? Let's see what we got in these comments here. Let's see what we got.
Jean says AG will probably leave because of all the fire AG crap. Yeah, that would wear on you, wouldn't it? If you get an offer and you feel like half of the Lions fan base hates your guts. Yeah. Don't worry, AG. Those are people that don't know shit.
Yeah, it's really funny. It wasn't warranted at all. This is AG has improved this defense year after year. It's getting improved right now. I think it's been improving week by week as you're watching.
Brent says AG has
and they overcame some injuries.
AG says, or Brent says AG has 2 visits for a head coach. And if you've ever watched Aaron Glenn on a press conference, he's a pretty powerful orator. If he gets an interview, I can imagine that he would get the job.
Yeah, and he's awesome. I mean, every time that I've listened to AG speak, I think he's more ready as a head coach than Ben Johnson is, just by listening to them and the things that they say, about, week to week with the things they've went through. Ben Johnson, talk about sliding into a cool job where you got Goff, you got a giant bag full of playmakers and an awesome offensive line with 2 sweet running backs. It's like, are you sure you want to leave, Ben? Because it ain't going to be like that anywhere you go. You ain't just going to walk into an offense and defense that's loaded already. So we'll see. Rumor has it that Jameson's good to go on Sunday. And do you think that he can make an impact, Mike? Do you think this is here we go?
Well, I made that meme of a skeleton waiting on a breakout game for JMO. I'm still waiting. I mean, this kid is electric, no doubt about it. They've increased his targets. This would be the perfect game, in my opinion, for him to go off. And it brings into question with Khalif Raymond not playing as well. Who's going to return punts? In the comments, it's our good friend Jeremy Ballreich from the South Florida Tribune. Jeremy, put it in there, your opinion. Who do you think is going to return punts in the playoff game? I'd love to see it be Jameson, but it might be Khalil Dorsey. Donovan Peoples-Jones has punt return experience, so maybe it'll be that. But Jameson is good to go on Sunday. He's over his illness. He gave it to Russ, probably.
I'll take it.
And let's would you donate your knee to Sam Laporta?
You're damn right I would. Thank you, Elise Memes, for that awesome meme that you put out there with Vin Diesel running, driving as fast as he could to donate his knee to Sam Laporta on his way. That's good. I wish I had that available to show you right now. Oh, man. And
I love this comment from Greg. Coaches' salaries are not under the salary cap, so break the mold and keep them. Whatever those head coaching offers are, Sheila, match them. Let's keep these guys in Detroit. But,
right.
I love the comment, Greg. Thank you, but I don't know if that's even doable. No one knows what's in a man's heart, and being a head coach in the NFL might be the dream, right? And if you get that chance, opportunity doesn't knock all the time. So, but I do love that call out.
Yeah, but I mean, just because of what Ben did last year, Mike, and I mean, he had a shot. I think that he could have taken that Carolina job. They actually set it up nice for him. Stole a couple of our position coaches, and then made him an offer, and he pulled himself out. I think that he feels the way that I'm putting out right now is like he knows he's got time. Yeah. Do you think that Ben Johnson could be this offensive coordinator for the line? Let's just say he stays here for another 2 years before he takes a head coaching job. Is it really going to hurt him? Like managing a top 5 offense for 2 extra years? I mean, they're still going to break the bank for him. And then he can pick and choose where he wants to go, where the perfect situation is. And I don't know. I think that all changes if we win title. I mean, then you're definitely going to lose both of them.
I feel
there
like
you go.
I feel like Tupac. All eyes on me. I'm the only one on the screen while you talk. It's weird. Jeremy Ballreich says it'll be Donovan Peoples-Jones or Khalil Dorsey returning punts. That's a good speculation. We don't know that for sure, but I trust Jeremy when he says something like that. He's probably right there. Our good friend Steve, he's a Packer fan. He says, remember, guys, this is like where everyone is 0-0. Regular seasons records are put to rest. It's everyone is 0-0 going into the playoffs. You know what? Lions got a home game for it, so let's do this. I can't wait for Sunday. Can anybody else? I'm kind of bummed that it's the primetime game because it means I got to wait until 8 o'clock. When Sunday morning comes around, I'm going to be beside myself. I'm going to be like a dog with separation anxiety walking around the house.
Gonna have to put up another one of those. Can you see my main event 365 a year?
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, okay, cool. Then that's better than a black screen. Okay, I'll do that instead.
There you go. Yeah, the Lions Den's going to be electric this week too, Russ. I mean, I'm almost glad. I went to the game last week, folks. I paid $80 to park. Can you believe that? $80 to park. Unreal. 2 hot dogs and a bottle of Sprite was $28. I have no real. I mean, it was great. It was great being in the building. It was great, but I'm not a rich man, and the experience was great. It's one game a year. I think that's going to be my limit moving forward, especially if this team keeps on winning and these prices keep staying up because we're paying for a winner.
Yeah, that's the truth. But look at these contracts. You got to look at these contracts, and the NFL's got to justify all that money. They can't go into it and not make money. They got to make money every single place. Mm-hmm. And, the people that are around Detroit, the surrounding businesses, that it's good on them to try to cash in on that because this is a special time. We have the most expensive tickets out of all the wild card game, maybe.
Yeah, but that's secondary market. That's secondary market, Russ. That's the new thing with Ticketmaster is these people go in, they buy up all the tickets, and then they resell them, and that's where that's coming from. The face value of the tickets are right in line with all the other teams.
But my point to that is that's right. You're absolutely right. It is the second market, but the reason that people are paying so much for these tickets this is the first time that they've had this game in 30 years.
Yeah, I agree.
And you should have to pay more because this is an experience. And if you're going to be in the building, it's going to cost you. Right. I mean,
we've had
$500 for nosebleeds.
We've had several comments, Russ, that your mic is going in and out. I didn't hear it until just now, but we've had those comments going for maybe the last 15 minutes that your mic is sketchy and that your sound is going in and out. So I'll pay the bills while you see if there's a loose connection or something we can do. You're watching Football Talk with Russell Wayne on the Main Event 365 Network. Don't forget tomorrow, folks, it's Good Vibes Thursday right here on this program. We're going to be talking about all things NFL tomorrow and trying to keep the vibes positive as we go into the weekend. And then on Friday, it's Prediction Friday. We'll have GT from And We Know Sports on the show. Usually the only guest we really have on this show anymore. And we'll be making predictions for all of the playoff games, and we'll be reviewing our picks from last week. Don't forget to tune in. We're not doing the Monday night open mic night anymore, but we do have a big announcement coming for some new programming that's coming on the network. We have yet to work out the details, but believe me, there's big things coming here on the network. Stay tuned. And we do appreciate everyone. The Detroit Lions Villain Squad, our page, just crossed 19,000 villains today. Thank you so much to everyone out there, for all you villains for supporting the show. And don't forget, Patreon.com/Villain Squad. You can really help out in a big way. It's kind of a new thing for us. We're not exactly sure how it works. We got one guy that's helping us right now. But we don't get paid for this. I got a day job. Russ is a musician full-time. We're doing everything we can to keep you getting football content on this channel. So follow us on Facebook, Lions Villain Squad. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Main Event 365. All right. What's our next topic, Russell? Oh, maybe he's gone completely. Welcome to the Main Event Mike Show. Let's read some comments. People calling for Jalen Reeves-Maybin to return punts. I don't like that idea. Have the Lions lost on primetime? Yes, we have, Ken. We lost on at the Dallas game. Was a loss on primetime. So, hey, we got video. We can see your camera. I can see you.
Oh, my God. There it is. Okay.
But now I can barely hear you, but I can see you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Getting better.
God. Yeah. I don't
Getting
know.
better.
Well, I'm talking right into the mic. I guess that's what it is.
There it is. Whatever you just hit, there was a little click and you came in full. Whatever that last thing you touched is where your dirty pod or something. Talk.
Hey, let me. You taught me something at one point in time when places that we would play at, right? That would tell us to turn down. And Mike, you would do this thing where you'd go, Am I good? Am I good? I just did that and it worked. Mike, I did nothing. And all of a sudden my shit's fixed. This is awesome.
Well, I've just gotten to the root of the problem because everything you just said, it's your Wi-Fi. It's the sound and the video coming in and out during everything you say and move around. So it's definitely your Wi-Fi.
Must be a bunch of people on my Wi-Fi right now. Oh gosh. Well, everybody's telling me that I'm breaking up again. I'm gonna hop out of here, Mike. If you want to finish the show, I'm not gonna put you through me breaking out.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody keeps bitching about it. So I gotta get out of here.
That's all right. We're out of here in 20 minutes anyway. I'll carry the show for the last 20 minutes, Russ. You get just get better. I know you're sick. I know you're not feeling good. Anybody in the Central Michigan area can come and see Russ and I perform on Friday night at Jester's Lounge in Burton, Michigan. We'll be going from 6 to 9. That's Russell Wayne and the Villain Squad, doing some tunes, doing some singing. Russ playing a little guitar. Jeffrey Addison said Russ is on a party line.
Yeah.
Jeff, you're giving away your age there. A party line. It's your net connection for sure. Oh, you guys are crazy in the comments, man. I'll tell you that. Jeffrey says, we didn't lose the Dallas game, Mike. We were undefeated in primetime games. It sounds like you're in denial, Jeffrey. I understand where you're coming. It feels that way. But, hey. Micah says, thoughts on Lions making NFC Championship game, Lions versus Niners. Micah, I'm a nutcase, okay? I think we're going to win the Super Bowl. I've said it since the beginning of the season. Something feels special about this year. I was here in 84. I remember the Tigers run. I was here in 02. I remember that improbable Red Wing run. There's something electric in the air here, something that feels amazing. And if we lose on Sunday, well, I'm a buster. I guess that's all there is to it. But yes, I think we're going to make the NFC Championship. I still think we're going to win the Super Bowl. I think this is a team of destiny. All the stars have aligned. Everything this year, right down to where the schedule was made, the way the schedule laid out, giving us Kansas City as the first game of the year on the road and we win, giving us 5 primetime games. Everything is working out in a destiny way. And when I look at the landscape of the sports landscape around us, and I see that every other major sport, a team won their very first division title, right? The Nuggets, the Rangers, the Golden Knights. Who the hell are the Golden Knights? Sounds like a condom I used in the 80s. Okay, if these teams can win a championship, why not the Detroit Lions? So I appreciate the question. I know I sound like a homer and an idiot, maybe a moron to some of you Bears fans out there, or you Packer fans, for God's sake. But I feel like this is the Lions' year. This is the window with Ben Johnson, with Aaron Glenn, with Dan Campbell, and a rookie class that is historic. Laporta, Gibbs, Jack Campbell, Hendon Hooker. This is a historic draft class. I think all the stars are lined up, and this Detroit Lions team is going to hoist the Lombardi Trophy and shock the world, folks.
And we'll get some of that music. I think it doesn't make you a homer, Mike. Think about anybody that's making fun of you for thinking we could win the Super Bowl, right? Well, if your team was in the playoffs? Would you like it? Would you try to, or would you be realistic? Oh, like think of poor Steve. Steve is real. Yeah. Steve is out there. He's already said they're going to lose. Yeah, Packers going to lose. You know, I'm happy with this year. But what if they win? And you were the guy that was like, well, they're not going to do anything, right? Like your team. If you're in the dance, a 7 seed has won a Super Bowl before. So stop it. If you're in the dance, you got a shot to win a Super Bowl.
Rebecca, are you laughing at me?
And what would you do if the Lions won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, your audio's real bad now, Russ. You've gone down to barely can hear you. Wouldn't that be the most shocking event in sports history? The Lions trade Matt Stafford, get Jared Goff back in return. They use those picks to build up a team to win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. That would be the most incredible, shocking story, maybe in sports history, right behind only Buster Douglas, in my opinion. That would be the most shocking. Let's face it, the Buster Douglas win against Mike Tyson was completely unfathomable. But this Lions Super Bowl victory would be right behind that, in my opinion. It looks like Jared Goff is our Lion of the Week, Russ. According to the comments that I've seen here, Goff got a few votes. I didn't see any votes for Amon-Ra. So that is twice now that Goff has stolen it away from a position player. We gave it to him earlier when Sam Laporta had 3 touchdowns, but we gave it to Goff. It's a quarterback-driven league. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Jeffrey says it's a Disney sports movie, Mike. Where's Emilio Estevez to play Jared Goff? You like that?
Oh, my gosh. Did that help any?
Yeah,
So
you're perfect now. Oh, you're perfect now. We just don't have any video, but your audio's great.
I can come back on. I can do the video works.
There we go. I can see you and hear you.
I pulled the Bluetooth thing out. Maybe that's it. I just think that I got some video gamers downstairs, and my wife is on a teaching call right now, along with us being on. So I think our internet's going, hey, that's a lot. Report you're on the same internet. It's the same time.
Look at this call out. I might have thrown Hutch in the mix for Lion of the Week. Absolutely. Ooh. That's a great call. That's a great call. We didn't even consider it. We've been giving this thing to, Ifatu Melifonwu won it once. So, we started this in week 14, I think. So we've only had 3 winners, Ifatu Melifonwu and now Jared Goff. So
but
this will be a regular thing next year.
It's beautiful though. I mean, really, you 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but you can't deny that right there. Look at that. 7 receptions, 144. That could easily, if he would have won, you're not going to see me complaining, even though I'm a Goff.
My quarterback.
I love Jared Goff, but if you guys wanted to give it to Amon-Ra or you wanted to give it to Aiden Hutchinson, that's fine, dude. Aiden Hutchinson's been a dog. I saw a stat on him that was amazing to me, where it was like they had all the pressures, and Jeremy Ballrick will tell me exactly what this is, but it's like Hutchinson had 101, leads the NFL in pressures, and then the second place one was 60 or 70 or something. It was Hutchinson and then the rest. And over the last few weeks, it's turned into sacks. That was his biggest criticism for a while, was, oh yeah, you get all these pressures, but he's got to get home. Well, he's been getting home now. And that's huge for this game coming up right here. If we have a chance to get Matt Stafford and beat him, it will be because Hutchinson had a great game. Hutchinson needs to wreck Matt Stafford's day, and then they have a good shot.
Jeffrey brought up something really interesting to me. If the Lions were to pull off the impossible, if they were to win the Super Bowl, there should be a movie made about that.
Yeah.
I actually know a major filmmaker, Brad Lyons. I should talk to Brad and say, hey man, if we do this, are we gonna be the first ones to make a movie? Who plays Bradley Cooper plays Dan Campbell.
Dude, I mean, yeah, that is good, dude. I mean, what are you gonna say? That's awesome. I like the Emilio Estevez is Goff.
He's too old now. He's too old now. We have to find some other white guy that's tall.
Oh, he doesn't have to be tall. It just has to be camera magic. If he's short, then everybody else has to be short and we pretend they're tall too. You know, look at Sylvester Stallone. I mean, how do you think they made Dolph Lundgren look so big? Dolph Lundgren's big, but it's just because
Sly is 5'4",
like 5'4". Yeah. Sly, yeah. My 6'1" Dolph Lundgren looks like 7 foot tall Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, this is it. Jeff said, Jared Goff, Ryan Gosling, of course. Perfect. And we get that kid that played in Good Burger to play Jahmyr Gibbs.
So it is official. Jared Goff has won the most prestigious award in football, the Villain Squad Player of the Week. Is that true? Is that 100% true now, Mike?
What's that?
That Jared Goff has won the most prestigious award in football, the Villain Squad Player of the Week?
Yes, it's official.
Okay. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious.
I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hey, he gets the drops, right?
Jeremy says Jeff Bridges as Dan Campbell.
Oh, I love it. The dude.
Charlie Sheen to play Brad Allen.
You liked it.
You guys are killing me today.
Margot Robbie as Kelly Stafford.
Oh, Kelly Stafford. Oh, Kelly. Oh, that was so funny listening to her. Like, the D-line comes out with that, jersey band thing, right? I think that's great, by the way. That's great. We're not crapping on Matt Stafford. We're just trying to get people to draw the line and be like, put the Stafford apology stuff away for a week at least, right here. Oh, yeah. I mean, she says, well, that's very unfortunate, considering that Matt and I feel the exact opposite of that. So I ask you, Kelly, are you going to be wearing your Matt Stafford Lions jersey there if you think the exact opposite of the way that we do? Because that would be you feeling the exact opposite. So you better wear your Lions gear, Kelly Stafford, if you're trying to play that card on us.
Yeah. Steve says Kevin Hart as Brad Holmes. No, he's too short, man. Brad's 6'5". It's got to be Idris Elba. Waterboy says Vin Diesel as Dan Campbell.
Man,
I'm going to go with Michael B. Jordan as Amon-Ra.
Michael Jordan as Amon-Ra?
Oh no, Michael B. Jordan, who played Creed.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. They look a lot alike.
Lion Rumble. No, that's not the one. Here it is. It's by Jeremy. Kelly Stafford, played by Peg Bundy.
Love and marriage, and marriage.
Matt Stafford, played by Al Bundy.
Go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell your brother. You can't have one without the other.
Oh, this is a good one by rest in peace, Rip Duke, Denzel Washington as Brad.
That is so good right there. That is so good. That is awesome. That's the best one I heard all day right there. Denzel Washington as Brad Holmes. That's who that is. Denzel. Wow, the best topic of the day is this BS one that comes out of nowhere right here. This movie topic is the greatest topic that we've had all year.
I don't know about this one. Ken says Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Dan Campbell. Can you give us an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonating? Come on, Russell? You got this. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dan Campbell. Look, man.
Come on, man. Get to the playoffs. Get to the playoffs, man. You can do it. Come on. Try hard. Try hard. You can make it to the playoffs. Oh, my gosh.
I love it.
Oh, well, it looks like Brad Holmes has gotten rid of Jamal Williams. I had to let him go. Oh, my gosh. The Macho Man playing Dan Campbell. I don't know. We're getting out there now, guys.
Ooh, look, man.
Oh, I think that what they really want is me to talk about this here subscribe button right here. So if the Macho Man was right here, he'd say, "Ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage right here wants to go to battle one-on-one with the subscribe button." And what does the Macho Man do? He climbs to the top rope, yeah, brother, drops the Macho Man elbow into the heart of the subscribe button. Yeah, take your nice snaps into a sandwich. Thank you, Mr. Macho.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Panay Sewell.
Yeah, I mean, they're both Samoan. I mean, can you smell what Panay Sewell is cooking?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Oh, wow. Football talk with Russell Wayne right here. You got the Lions playing the Rams. The NFL set up the matchup that they wanted, and they got it right here. And this is big, big time news. It's just a damn shame that we got to talk more about these two guys. I think that these two guys are going to have something to do with the game, but it's going to be more about the other. There's other things that are going to be factors. You know, our defense, the offensive and defensive lines. I think it's going to be a good game.
I need you to explain this one to me. Is that because this thing? Is it because of this, Russ?
They can't see anything. they definitely can't see number one wide receivers. Who was that? Justin Jefferson? Oh, yeah, touchdown. Yeah, you got to get better in the secondary, guys.
Tyson Fury as Dan Skipper.
That's right. That's right on. The Gypsy King out there reporting eligible.
So too funny.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we'll be back for Good Juju Thursday. I gotta skate. God bless you all. Peace out.
That's Main Event Mike right there. He pieces out like peacing out. Thank you guys for watching today. Faith, family, and football. I feel like crap today. I'm sorry about all of the technical difficulties. I hope it doesn't happen right here while I'm closing the show out. We're affiliate marketing partners with NFL Shop. You can get yourself the NFC North Championship Division plaque there by using the promo code NFL15. You use our link and you're helping out our page. Now, we do realize you could just go to NFL Shop and buy this thing and whatever. I mean, it's the same thing, not going to be any different, but we appreciate you if you use our link for that, or, you know, the custom jerseys or whatever. And people that support our page, patreon.com/Villain Squad. Fred Peterson, thank you for being, you know, one of our Patreons and helping us get this show off the ground. Faith, family, and football. I believe in God. I think that's the most important thing that we got going on right here. And we believe in ministering to our community. And we appreciate anybody that uses our link and gives to NTC Giving right there, where we can do stuff like giving 400 turkeys away to needy people for Thanksgiving and providing Christmases to people that can't afford them. So we appreciate people that use our link for that. Faith, family, and football. Family and football, that's pretty easy. Right there, you just spend time with your family. Use football to spend time with your family. Don't let football use you. So if your team loses, don't turn into a butthole. I mean, that's it. Right there. This has been Football Talk with Russell Wayne. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you. Until we meet again tomorrow morning. Feel Good Thursday in the house. Peace and love.
It reminds me of a football show, Football Talk with Russell Wayne, 11 a.m. in the mornings. You should watch it because it could be good for you. It could be good for you. It could be good for your life.
What's up, y'all? This is Ifeatu Melifonwu, safety for the Detroit Lions. And I just want to take some time out to give a big shout out to Russell Wayne and Main Event Mike from the Detroit Lions Villain Squad. It's a fan page and a podcast. And I just want to say I appreciate the support of me and my team. And I encourage everyone to go check out their podcast and check out their fan page. Go Lions.
Thank you for watching today. As always, right after this is over, wherever you watched it from, I put the YouTube link into the comment. Please go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Support the page. We appreciate it. Thank you. Right there. Main Event 365. Links in the comment.
You ever meet somebody and they're so boring you feel like they poisoned you? Like, you're talking to them and you're like, I feel like I'm dying right now. And I think you did it.
It's not fair. They were so happy. It's not gonna be okay.
Play my game.